I appointed today the head secretary of the Veterans Administration, David Shulkin.
You are the only holdover from the Obama administration. Were you surprised when President Trump picked you?
I guess I'd have to say yes.
It is the government's second largest department, with more than 300,000 employees and an annual budget of $200 billion.
I've come here for one reason, and that's to improve the lives of veterans, and that's what I'm focused solely on doing.
I think he actually passed 100-0. When I heard that vote, I said, where did that come from? 100-0, right? Passed 100-0.
Does the president ever refer to you by your title, or is it always Mr. 100-0? Because he refers to the fact that you were unanimously approved by the United States Senate.
One of the things most Americans don't understand is that when you send men and women off to war, it sometimes takes decades before you see the impact of that demand.
There are a lot of important jobs in government, Mr. Secretary, but yours may be most important.
The VA secretary, who is, by the way, just doing some job, and he's doing it with this and with the heart.
But he is making big changes.
I have no doubt it will be properly implemented. Right, David? Better be, David. We'll never have to use those words. We'll never have to use those words on our David. We will never use those words on you, that's for sure.
And so when it came to the issue of privatization of the VA, I simply stood up and said, I am not willing to go that far.
You were fired by tweet.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of warning.
Dr. Shulkin criticized the administration this morning in the New York Times, alleging he was fired because he disagreed with plans to privatize much of the VA's functions.
The big issue that I clashed with the administration on was how much we wanted to privatize the VA. We do not give a blind political loyalty to any administration, that you have to stand up for what you believe in and you have to have principles for what you believe in.
You're right. It should not be this hard to serve your country, our broken government, and the plight of veterans.
Suffice it to say, I've covered this very, very closely for decades. No one did more for veterans, and I'm saying no one, than this gentleman.